Hey all you cool creatures, I'm Cryptid. Welcome to the Cryptid Plays YouTube channel. Today we are playing Indistinguishable from Atrophy. Now I will do this a little differently because the content warnings come up first, but this game contains themes of death and violence. Take care. So viewer discretion is advised. Indistinguishable from Atrophy was made by Catsket for the queer edition of O2A2, music by Zach Valence. And as you know, Catsket is the one who also did 1016, which is a game that I love, and I do believe these games take place technically in the same universe, which is the Art Without Blood universe. Now, what this game is about is that you are a hunter who has found themselves caught in a bear trap, and your only chance of survival is something, but it craves what's under your skin. Will you resist the stranger with bloodied hands, or will you give in to the one sliver of hope that you have? This game has two endings. We will be getting both. Anyhow, with that out of the way, let's get started. You can't tell what's worse. The darkness overtaking your vision, the biting cold of the raging snowstorm, or the searing pain of metal digging into your leg. You rub at your eyes, clearing the snowflakes that began to gather on your eyelashes. The blizzard invites you to curl up in its blanket of snow, whispering for you to sleep, but you refuse. Gritting your teeth from the pain, you look down at your leg. You had walked into a bear trap, hidden among the desolate wastes. The blood is pooling from fresh wounds on your leg. You attempt to move your leg out of the trap, but the metal digs deeper into the muscle. It gnaws for the taste of your flesh, and it has no plans to release you. You're in a tight spot, aren't you, stranger? A voice hisses like the bitter wind. You hadn't noticed the figure when you were blinded by the pain. How long had he been there, watching your anguish in his silence? Those worries quickly slip away when your eyes lie upon him. Something about him was wrong. His eyes were obscured by a mask, spread apart like a fan. His mouth showed exposed flesh and teeth, as if an animal had clawed through the skin. There was a shrill breathing, more akin to an insect's chitter, coming from his mouth, but his chest was not heaving with breath. His attempts at human mimicry were poor, but in your desperation, you did not care. What are you? Who? He corrects you with a laugh. I am the Snow Stalker. I am the Prince of the North. I am the nip of frost on your nose. I am the snow that slips into your boots. But for now, you can call me Cain. I hope I pronounced that right. Did you set this trap? Are you here to watch me squirm? Cain shakes his head. Your eyes fall upon his blood-stained gloves and the patches of red on his face that shimmer with saliva. I would never taunt prey in such helpless positions. Let's attempt to pry the trap open first. You reach for the metal trap. Your fingers grasp both sides, but they feel too frozen to get any real friction. You pull. You fail. You try again. The pain only worsens. Poor thing, Cain mutters, but there was no sympathy in his voice. Do you want my help? At this point, all you can do is nod. I am willing to help you, Cain suggests, for a price. Of course it wouldn't be easy. I'll release you from the trap, but only if you give me one of your organs. Your blood runs colder than the ice forming on your brow. Why that, of all things? Cain wipes the corners of his mouth, or at least what you think are the corners. With their thumb, blood trickles down his lips, and it does not stop. Greed and gluttony drip from the venom in his words and the smile on his face. Your head hurts, and it's making it hard to think. It feels like the world is slowing around you. You don't have much time left, stranger, Cain warns as he reaches up to grip your chin, lifting your head up. His gloves are even colder on your flesh than the snow. You try to meet eyes that are obscured. You whimper. Tears prickle your eyes. Let's refuse. You shake your head. That's ridiculous. What if you take an organ I need? What if I die trying to make it back to safety? Cain's expression does not change. Wouldn't you rather risk it? Either way, stranger, you are prey, whether for the ice or for a blood-starved hunter. You struggle against the trap again. It does nothing. Don't force yourself, Cain frowns. If you struggle too hard, that wound will become fatal. You glare at Cain. He smirks in return. You can feel phantom fangs in your neck, tongue at your tendons. Maybe that's from the cold, or the bear trap around your leg. You know what you have to do, Cain whispers. I've refused so far, I guess I'm going to continue to refuse. You struggle against the trap. You fail. You know what you have to do. You struggle. You fail. Your panic has come to bite you, to drain you like a leech, with your warm blood as fresh food for newborn snowflakes. You choke on a mess of liquids piling in your throat. Everything stops slowly. Your vision, your lungs, and all other feelings fade away in waves of fuzz. Here your body will be frozen, torn apart by wild hunters and animals so they may survive. So long, stranger, Cain says with smug saturated in his words. I'll make sure your body isn't left out here like this. You won't feel the teeth until after death. Alright, I've brought myself back here and, I'm gonna ask for help. I guess I'm just willing to give in at this point, see how this ends. You try to meet his eyes, but you are only met with the mask. It sends more of a shiver down your spine than the cold. You know you look pathetic, unable to move, skin turning blue. When you look up at Cain with those big eyes of yours, he smiles and covers his mouth to laugh. You want my help, don't you? He muses. You nod. I am willing to help you, Cain suggests. For a price. Of course it wouldn't be easy. I'll release you from the trap, but only if you give me one of your organs. Your blood runs colder than the ice forming on your brow. Why that, of all things? Cain wipes the corners of his mouth, or at least what you think are the corners. With their thumb, blood trickles down his lips and it does not stop. Greed and gluttony drip from the venom in his words and the smile on his face. Your head hurts, and it's making it hard to think. It feels like the world is slowing around you. You don't have much time left, stranger, Cain warns as he reaches to grip your chin, lifting your head up. His gloves are even colder on your flesh than the snow. You try to meet eyes that are obscured. You whimper, tears prickle your eyes. We're just gonna accept. Cain grins. You made the right decision. Cain moves on top of you, and before you know it, his teeth are scraping against your jaw. You close your eyes as warm saliva hits your skin, as fingertips dig into your clothes. The blood rising from your neck as he punctures the muscle is a welcoming warmth. He ravages you, whispering his thanks as your sinews travel down his throat, as the pain in your leg is outmatched by that in your neck. You can't breathe. You can't see. You knew it was a trap. That's okay. It was a beautiful one in the desolate wastes. Alright, I want to see what happens if we accept after refusal. Obviously, we're getting the same ending. I just want to see if the dialogue changes. So, refuse, and you shake your head. That's ridiculous. What if you take an organ I need? What if I die trying to make it back to safety? Cain's expression does not change. Wouldn't you rather risk it? Either way, stranger, you are prey. Whether for the ice or for a blood-starved hunter. You struggle against the trap. It does nothing. Don't force yourself. Cain frowns. If you struggle too hard, that wound will become fatal. You glare at Cain. He smirks in return. You can feel phantom fangs in your neck, tongue at your tendons. Maybe that's from the cold or the bear trap around your leg. You know what you have to do, Cain whispers. Alright, let's accept. You look at Cain with longing. Longing for warmth. Longing for contact. He promises to indulge you. Cain moves on top of you, and before you know it, his teeth are scraping against your jaw. You close your eyes as warm saliva hits your skin, as fingertips dig into your clothes. You can't breathe. You can't see. You knew it was a trap. That's okay. It's a beautiful one in the desolate wastes. So, that was Indistinguishable from Atrophy, and it was an excellent visual novel. First and foremost, I feel that this visual novel followed the guidelines for the Jam very well. The single CG and the start screen are both absolutely gorgeous, and I thought the CG was utilized in such a great way. It was awesome that you can only see one half of it at the start, and then it pans over to Cain when he speaks to the player. I don't know, I love reveals like that. And the music also tied everything together very well. It was both lovely and almost anxiety-inducing, which I guess kind of describes the entire visual novel itself. I am also a huge fan of Cain's design. For a creature that wishes to hunt the player, he is quite a nice sight. His design is very striking with the contrast of his dark mask and the clothes and his pale hair and skin. Plus, the little bit of his face that we can see is both terrifying and rather pretty. Not to mention, I loved all of the wrongness about him, from the way that he speaks and attempts to mimic human mannerisms right down to the fact that he could be mistaken for human at first glance. I'm just a fan of monsters that mimic other creatures. I think it is just a cool idea in general, and honestly, pretty terrifying. I also loved the writing. The fact that the player finds themselves in such an awful predicament and are offered empty words of help is beautifully bleak. Something about the story just felt weirdly satisfying, even if it was horrific and sad. The ending where Cain eats the player was my favorite of the two, especially with the wording at the end of how the player knew it was a trap, but acknowledges that it was quite a beautiful one. It honestly sums up the whole premise of this game very well. And I can honestly say I love this visual novel. It was a short, fun experience. I'm fond of Kat's art and writing, and I'm really excited to eventually try the other visual novels in the Art Without Blood universe. I have a feeling I'm going to love them just as much. So, thank you all for watching, and if you liked this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more of me but you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and sometimes shorts and extras randomly throughout the week. I also stream on Twitch on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Fridays are usually twice a month, but they have been known to be more. And I hope to see you all next time. Bye!